originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos, a silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Snagged on the outside, it's Brown. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Let's take a second to talk about Clemson. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one. Second and short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Gotta be more physical, Jesse, on those second down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with it if you're on offense. As a staff, challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a crease. It's Randall.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Clemson jumps to the line. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on, is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Gets the back moving. To throw, it's Clem. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Marches ahead. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
Nah, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows, a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both.
There he goes! Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. It's complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
The quick out, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clem. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Ball. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're
turning it on. Touchdown, Clemson. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle? Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Going to sling it on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Quick completion on the out route. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. That's reeled in. It's Bennett. They'll pick up 4. 2nd and 6 coming. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
A field goal attempt from here would just be 48 yards, but they'll try to move the chains on 4th down and short. Makes the grab past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Finds his big tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Klubnik. Good completion on the out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. That's caught, it's Brown. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the change. Offense up tempo. They'll run it from the gun. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got him downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Randall. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Clemson is quick to the line. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Finds his man. It's Randall.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Never a doubt. And we are all tied up here in the second. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Dropping back, it's Sellers. The sweet feet buy a little time. Slithers into space. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands. It's Davidson.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and then at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The RPO, it's complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the Tigers will have a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Back to pass, it's Klubnik. That's caught, it's Brown. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
4th down. They'll throw for it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
To the air on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have it.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And that gets him 100 yards rushing on the dot. When you go look in the box score, when you get a quarterback that can do this on the ground and rush for over 100 yards, your chances of winning just double and triple. This quarterback is dynamic. He's got great balance. He's got great speed. He's been showing these big plays all game long.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Buys a little extra time. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
He breaks a tackle. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! They take the lead with the 6.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Fires to the big fella. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Using his legs, it's Davidson. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. He leaves it with his back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And it's been a little bit of a frustrating day for this offense. They want to get the run game going, and they want to get it to their stud at running back, but he just hasn't found a lot of area. And here's the thing. If you don't have successful runs, now it's 2nd and long, and this offense, they haven't been in a great spot because physically they haven't been able to run the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Touchdown, Clemson. And they take it in for 6 more points.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical 4th downs. He found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback will keep it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Dances away to buy time. Caught near the sticks, it's Harbour. Breaks into the open. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun, the give to the back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He's got it down the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The Gamecocks are on the move.
Here we go.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Line gets set, first down.
Pound 55 weak.
Motion from the wide receiver. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Got his man. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. And the Gamecocks are threatening on 1st and goal.
Cricket.
QB draw. Touchdown, South Carolina. They move on top here in the 4th.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Got it in the middle, it's Randall. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
This time on target. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here... Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. We got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Makes the grab on third. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the first down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ballgame. Got to have a score. Like you said, Reese, work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Good timing on the quick out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes, he's fast, he's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots and run the entire route tree. I mean, what can't this guy do?
And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. They'll go to the air. Now adjusting. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And now they're going to go for 2, and the possible win, and this crowd rises up to try to make it tough. The pass is incomplete, and the big gamble to try to win it right here moment goes awry as they're still down by 1. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is on.
Anytime South Carolina takes down Clemson, as it just did in this rivalry game, you can expect them to get a little bit cocky, and they deserve it. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.